What's going on YouTube? It's your boy Justin Pro here. And I want to say immediately right off the bat, thank you to everyone who's constantly been followed giving me the support that I needed to get from the likes. The comments that do occur, they're rare, but I really enjoy reading them. Though sometimes it does seem a little, difficult, I really enjoy it. And I also want to say to those people who are just watching the videos, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. I promise you that my upload schedule is going to get better. And I would like to say that doing YouTube is something I'm really passionate about. And I like the idea of being like a voice, like an unnamed voice, other than the name Justin Crow, because I get to practice speaking. It feels like theater to me. And it also feels like I'm on the radio because so many people could possibly see it. And so it kind of just builds me up. But jumping into the story, I work with a manager who is about my height. I'm like 5'9", not the tallest, but not short at the same time. I hope not, to the standards at least. And she just constantly is riding me with everything that I do. She's just constantly on my back. Like, you ever have like one of those heavy weights on your back? Yeah, that's what it feels like to me. Because this woman is like about my height, but she's very, very wide, like a baby rhino-esque. And she's constantly bugging me of all people, and then maybe like trying to be my friend after I've put in like the day of hard work. Even though her and another manager who's maybe like the size of a baby rhino have been screaming in my ear the whole day. And they tell me that I'm doing things wrong or that I'm not doing my job properly when I'm doing my job better than them. And at that time, these managers are just all over the place. Like, they're running all over the place. They're messing up orders. They're screaming at each other. The kitchen is dropping things. And it's just a lot. But I'm the person in the back keeping the drive-through line moving, really, is my job. That's what my whole job entails. From being a cashier to being someone who takes the orders, to being someone who's aware of what's going on up front and in the middle, as well as being an individual who's constantly getting screamed at in my ear on the headset by customers and managers alike. I also have been basically pressured by the owner of the restaurant constantly coming to the back, not even to say good morning, but just to bug me first and then say good morning. And at first, I'm like, okay, it's just he's just telling me of what things need to be done, and that's cool. But constantly doing it, come on, son. He's doing it so bad at this point. Like, he stands next to me while I'm taking orders, waits for me to finish taking the order, and then he tries to give me something else to do when the order's not even at the window yet. Like, the order's still going on, and because I'm doing this thing he asked me to do, people up front, like managers, are screaming at me to constantly keep the cars moving, while I have this guy in the back constantly not doing anything, mind you, just staring at me while I do this task that he asked me to do, which could have waited. Like, it was a remedial task of, like, let's say cleaning the windows, which could have waited till I was done with the line, because it was only like 4 or 5 people. Fast forward, now it's like a whole line of 10 people because he has me doing this one thing, and I'm not stopping what I'm doing, but it takes longer because I have to do all this stuff. Then he wants me to clean the desk, which was not really dirty, and he wants me to clean the screens, which was also not dirty. And I was telling him that I got to keep the cars moving. And he's like, okay, okay, my bad, my bad. And so he goes up front for maybe like 5 minutes, right? And so as I'm keeping these cars moving, I got like maybe I'm down to my 4 to 5 cars that I was starting at initially. And now he's just over here. He's like, oh wow. He's like, did you know that there was, like, let's say like this tiny speck of dust on the floor? He's like, if we either have visitors or something, they would not like that. As the customer is looking at me, and I have my window open because I'm about to give them their money back. He's telling me these things and it's holding up my progress. I'm like a few seconds away from telling, like, man, you better move because now you just distracting me from doing what I need to do, and it's actually weighing on my nerves and it's messing up the amount of time it takes me to do something. Fast forward another maybe like 10 minutes. And so he's finally up front. He's staying up front. I'm handling customers in the back. There's one lady that comes to the drive thru who just hates my guts for some reason. Who tries to use these coupons. Like, she tries to use like coupons for, let's say, fountain drinks. She tries to use them on coffee. And in the picture it shows a fountain drink, but she wants to switch it for coffee. And so she has older individuals sitting over here with the coupon trying to use it when you can't use it because it's not a fountain drink. And so now she's like, the other guy let me do it. Mind you, this was a manager who left maybe like about a year ago. He left. And She's telling me he let me use it. I'm like, well, he moved to a different restaurant, so he's no longer here. And then she's like, okay. And so the person holds on to the coupon. I'm like, all right. And so she gets back in the car, and then she's over here talking to the orderly. He's like, I know he's a liar. And I just had to look at him like, I'm literally just doing my job. What do I have to lie about? What do I have to gain, really? What do I have to gain from lying about something so small and such just so minuscule as something involving a drink? I could care less about it. It's just my job to keep the line moving. But then I got people up front, that same manager, the big rhino, is screaming my name, man. I'm just like, I don't even know you like this. Why are you screaming so much? And she's over here, the cars ain't moving. And I'm just like, well, I can't do anything because this lady's trying to use a coupon that we can't use. And then she's over here, huh? Just screaming in the back, not paying attention. Mind you, most of the time, managers do not wear headsets at all. So you have to scream most of the time, which is another distraction. And it's just a really stressful day. So I just tell him, like, look, I'm going to tell you like this. I can help you as best as I can. But if you're going to make my job harder, I'm going to just have to keep sending you on your merry way. Because my job is just to keep the line moving. It's not to, like, cater to every little problem with a coupon that you do not know how to use, which, godly, I don't even know how to use because they don't give us the coupons anymore. The coupons for us are online, so you have to download the app. But folks don't want to download the app. They try and bring a restaurant coupon from a completely different restaurant over to ours and try and use it. And it just doesn't add up because our restaurant only takes a specific type of coupon. And there's another customer who just comes through and he's just constantly screaming. And it's like, why are you so angry? Just relax. I'm over here speaking to you in a calm tone. And mind you, half these customers that come through the drive thru have mental issues. This same man who I'm talking about now threw a slushy at a pregnant woman and literally hit her in the stomach because it wasn't the slushy he wanted, because the slushy we had was not the one he wanted, because that one had run out and we had to change it. We had to wait for a new bag. And so he hit a pregnant woman with a container of slushy, which could have heavily influenced how the child came out. And the job in itself is like, it's not more so crazy stressful because I can manage with it because I love coming home playing games and getting back on my grind of, gaming, editing, drawing, music, and then repeat. I love the schedule. And I feel that the job is not for everyone. But at the same time, if you could avoid it, I'd say wait and try and keep it all the way at the bottom of the list of things that you should do to make money. Well, second to the military, unless you really want to go into the military. Because I feel that I myself like entertaining people, like being a personality, like an internet personality, a YouTuber basically. Like the likes of, I'm heavily influenced by Markiplier, PewDiePie, Corey X Kenshin, Jacksepticeye, and Uber Haxanova. And I think that those people also had other jobs while they were playing games. But they lucked up and hit that mark, which gave them that sweet job as a YouTuber. And I want to do that job. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. That's the job I want to do, and that's the goal of you know doing this job. That's the goal. I love it. I live for it. And I know it's going to take a little bit of time, but I am prepared because I know it's going to be a very well placed investment when I get to where I need to be. And that lucky goal is 7,000 subs. And then after that, I will decide more. But without further ado, that is your boy Jesse Crow signing out. Peace.